Hi, in this video I'll show you the differences between the articles a and the. Use a for things that are not specific. These are general categories. A is referring to general categories. Use the for things that are specific. These are specific categories or these are special categories. A is used for one thing. This is used for singular count nouns. The is used for singular and plural nouns. You can also use an. An is used for nouns that have a vowel sound. For nouns that begin with a vowel sound, use an. For example, I have an apple. I have an apple. We have to use an because of the vowel sound we can see over here. We can't say a apple. This is too hard to say, so an apple is the right option. Similarly, we can take other examples: an egg, an orange, an umbrella, etc. An sounds like the letter N. It has the sound just like letter N. So we have to pronounce it just like N. And if a word begins with the vowel sound but the word is spelled with a consonant such as H, then use an. For example, an hour. An hour will be an example of this. This has a vowel here, an hour. We can see there is a vowel over here and H is silent. This H letter is having no sound in this particular word. So we'll pronounce it just like an hour. Now let's talk about indefinite article and definite articles with the help of few examples. Indefinite articles are a and an. An indefinite article is used before a non-specific noun, so this is a fairly general category. For example, I have a bike. This is not specific. If I say I have a bike, this will be correct. How? If I say I have a bike, this is not specific. It could be any kind of bike, any kind of bike. What kind of a bike is it? I have bike. So we have to put, this sounds pretty bad. This one, this sounds pretty bad. This doesn't sound good. I have bike. You need an article here. If I use this type of article, I have to say I have a bike. I have a bike means it is not specific in nature, it is general in nature. So I need any bike, it means I need any bike. So this means any kind of bike that I needed, that I have. I have an office. This is another sentence. I have an office. The word office begins with a vowel sound. This is an O sound. You could also use an if there is an adjective, then a noun. I have an old bike. This is an adjective and it is followed by a noun. I have an old bike. Because of this adjective, I have to choose an. This adjective is forcing me to choose an because this is beginning with a sound O. So an old bike. So the choice of A, the choice of O and N is totally or barely based on the sound of this beginning of the word, whether it's a consonant or a vowel sound. So in this case, the beginning H was silent. Although it was a consonant, but the sound was R. So an hour, not, we don't pronounce H over here. Definite article the. The word the is a definite article. It appears before singular and plural nouns. This is used for things that are specific, that are special in nature. This is used for things that are specific and special. The bike I have is red. Over here we can see the bike I have is red. So this is very specific. It's one specific bike and it's red. The bike and red. You can also use it with plural nouns. The bikes I have are red. Again, specific bikes having red color. There is no article when the quantity or the quality is indefinite. We don't know the quantity or the quality of something. It might not take a particular form. This is made of copper. We know that copper is a substance and there is no article here. No article. Don't say this is made of a copper. Don't say made of a copper. This is made of copper. Another example, we need oxygen to live. Don't use article before oxygen. Don't use any article over here. Use the when you know there is only one of something, such as the sun, the galaxy, the moon, and the universe. Use the with bodies of water. I am going to the lake. The lake, even though there are many lakes, we know over here the lake. Even though there are many lakes, you often just use the when going to a lake. Means this is the understood lake that we are going to. Other examples are the ocean, the sea, or the river, etc. Use the with geographical formations such as the mountains, the desert, the swamp, etc. First mention a, second mention the. I bought a guitar. A guitar. The guitar was expensive. Use a for something you mentioned the first time, just like I bought a guitar. So mention a over here for guitar. So in a conversation between you and me, I say that I bought a guitar. Following that, I can say the guitar was expensive. So this is the guitar now. Why? This is the second time I mention this in the conversation. So now you and I both know what I am talking about. You know about it and I know about it. We both know about it, and so I want to use the guitar. Another example, first mention, I am watching a baseball game. A baseball game. Second mention. So a game, the game now. Initially, for the first time, I mentioned a game, a baseball game. Second mention, the game is played in a park. The game is played in a park. So it is referring to the game that we have mentioned earlier in the first mention. Now, another second mention, the park. Initially, it was a park. Now, it is referring to that park about which we talked. The park is here in London. This is an important lesson. The lesson is on articles. It takes time to learn how to use articles properly. The best way to learn about them is through reading and listening. Over time, you will be able to tell the difference between a, an, or the, or when an article is not needed, but it does take time. Thank you.